Hello. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this session. I'm Jenny, joining from Chennai, India. Let's start today's session by meditation. And we sit in a comfortable position. Take 3 deep breaths.
First thing you do when you wake up.
Please remove your specs. Today is Buddha Purnima. Let's start the session with meditation. Sitting in meditation, let us go through yesterday day's session. Yesterday we understood science behind meditation, why one should do meditation. Rakesh sir got us through this science very nicely. Meditation can help us in every way. And breath meditation can help us in every way. This simple technique taught by Buddha is very, very effective. Let us all practice that with conviction. For the newcomers, let me just brush upon the procedure. Please remove your specs and sit in a very comfortable position. Cross your legs and cross your hands. Close your eyes gently. And observe your natural breath. Have a little smile on your face. Let us start with an intention to sit with ourselves, eyes closed. Observing our normal, natural breath. Observe your in-breath and the out-breath, however it is, long or short, cold or hot. You need not worry about thoughts. thoughts will come. Our intention today is just to bring back our observation to our natural breath. Breath is our guru. Breath will guide us in every way. Observe your natural breath. Be with your natural breath. Natural, soft, tender breath. Observe it very keenly. It's okay if we get thoughts. Thoughts come and go. We will sit with breath. My dear friends, observe your breath. Bring back your attention to your natural breath. Let's trust this breath, this universe, and see where is it taking us. Let's be in total acceptance mode. Before we understand any theory, any wisdom, let's clear our mind. Let's stop that monkey mind. Let's declutter the mind by observing our natural breath. Today's intention only on bringing back attention to natural breath, our natural, soft, tender breath. Last 10 minutes. Be with your intention to be with yourself today. Let's sit with ourselves. And observe our natural breath. My dear friends, last 5 minutes. Observe your natural breath. My dear friends, last 1 minute. Let's open our heart filled with gratitude and love towards Buddha for teaching us this technique, to all the masters and the master within us. Slowly observing your breath, come to the body. Place your hands on ice. Place both your hands on ice for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open your eyes. Come back with a clear mind to understand today's topic. Thank you, everyone. I'll hand it over to Sunil now.
Thank you, Jenny. A very good morning. Let everybody take their time to come out of meditation. Thank you so much. I can see them in the cam slowly coming out of meditation. Great. Once again, a very good morning and good evening to everyone who has joined from different parts of the globe. Welcome to day 3 once again. And happy Buddha Purnima. So today is a beautiful day, a very auspicious day. We all know Buddha. We all know Buddha tried different types of meditation. And finally, he got exhausted and he discovered this meditation that we just practice now, Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. When he tried everything, hundreds of techniques, he just sat under a tree helplessly. And at that moment, all he could do was observe his breath. That wasn't deliberate, but he just kept observing. And that helped him to become enlightened. And that is what we are all practicing today. So a big tribute to this great scientist, great master, spiritual master, Buddha, Gautama Buddha. So friends, this Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, this is something which you can, this is the simplest form of meditation that you can even think of. All you have to do is simply sit comfortably and just close your eyes and observe your breath. It's as simple as that. You can try this meditation at any place, at any time of the day. There are no compulsions. There are no hard rules that you have to keep your body straight. If it's possible, you can. It's the best posture, but there is no compulsion. You can be at ease. In fact, you have to be at ease. Only when your body is at ease, you can get into meditation. So we always say, take support of your back if you want to, and sit either on a floor or on a chair or a sofa or a bed, anywhere, any time of the day. It's as simple as that. Can we even think of anything simpler than this? I don't think so. So we always suggest to at least meditate once a day, at least one session, one sitting a day. Or rather, it'll be really good if you can make it for 2 sessions a day. Again, these are no rules, but it's always people have practiced and they have understood, and it's a suggestion. Another thumb rule, I must say, is how many times you have to sit for meditation. Well, we always suggest if you're a beginner, start slow. Start with maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and slowly, progressively, you can increase the time, maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and slowly, with your pace and comfort, you can increase the time. But as a thumb rule, you can always say, okay, if somebody is, whatever number of age, so many number of minutes. So if you're 25 years of old, sit for 25 minutes. If you're 40-year-old, sit for 40 minutes. But need not stress for that much time and all that. You can go at your own pace. And very importantly, do not visualize any deity or a guru or anyone. It's not required. Your own breath is your guru. The moment you visualize and the moment you chant, your attention is, your attention is somewhere else. The very purpose of meditation is to drop everything. So when you drop everything like Buddha did towards the end, the only thing he was with was his own breath. That is the state we need to be in. That is something which we need to try. He took many, many years to come to that, and he has simplified. Today, we all know we have so many experiences, so many masters, so many meditators who have beautiful experiences. We have to just practice that. So that's the thumb rule. That's the essence of this meditation. So without much ado, let's just get into the wisdom session for today. We have Pruthvi Mahalingu, who is also a research scholar, who is also a coach in Silva Mind, and she has coached many, many individuals and corporates, and she is a master of mind techniques. And after undergoing through a lot of research, she has discovered a lot, and she's into meditation about a few years back. And here she is with us to give her thought about Buddha, the spiritual scientist. Hi, Pruthvi. Very good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sunil. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Happy Buddha Purnima to everyone. Thank you. And Jenny, beautiful meditation. The best way to start Buddha Purnima is to start with his practice, the Ana-Pana-Sati, which we did so beautifully. Thank you, Jenny. So friends, we have all been hearing about Buddha since our childhood. We have seen his image, idol, and we have been hearing about Buddha. And today, there being Buddha Purnima, the full moon, when Buddha got enlightened, the day which it's also the day where he took his first breath and the last breath. Such a beautiful occasion to start and be in his practice. So today I just want to understand, how do we all relate to Buddha? For me, as a researcher, I relate to Buddha as a scientist, as the highest researcher of all times, because he sticked on to curiosity and he looked into things. He didn't believe anything. He wanted to discover things. So I relate to him with this aspect of him, that is being a scientist. So I request all of you, how do you relate to Buddha? Type it in one word. One word. How do you relate to Buddha? Any? Can you tell me what is that one word? How do you relate to Buddha?
Yes. What related to Buddha?
How do you relate to him in one word?
Breath meditation. Love. Exactly. That's what it said. Love.
Wonderful. And Balaji? Balaji, how do you relate to Buddha? One word.
Spiritual science.
Wonderful. And Sita? Sita, can we unmute Sita?
Yeah, Pruthvi.
One word. How do you relate to Buddha?
A spiritual scientist.
Wonderful. Sunil, how do you relate to Buddha?
Peace.
Wow. Okay. And we have in the chat, enlightened, compassionate, peace, guru, awareness, tranquility. These are all Nirvana. Yes. So most of the words are relating to the consciousness. It's not the person, it's the consciousness that we are relating to. And that consciousness is what we are going to be addressing today. And the person who took us and who has shown us the path to go to that consciousness, we extend our gratitude to him. So before I start, I want to thank from my deep, deep gratitude to three people. One is Siddhartha Gautama, Buddha, who simplified this meditation and brought it to everyone. He did not simply sit with his nirvana. He got enlightened, but he made it a point that he spreads it. He gave it to people. So thanks to Buddha. And then to our Maitreya Buddha, Patriji, because he made it a point that everybody gets the meditation. People, with who are finding difficulty in getting their basic needs, for them meditation is a luxury. They think that meditation is something that comes at the end of things, and why do we have to prioritize meditation? But Patriji took meditation to these people and made it a point that he spread it to the mass. So my deep gratitude to Patriji. And the special thanks is to Sampath, because through him, I got to know about these two masters, Patriji and Buddha. Because from my childhood, I wanted to know what Buddha has done. What is his work? What has he done? Why do we remember him after 2,500 years? What is so special about his work? I really was curious to understand it. And Sampath, through his classes, through his teachings, and the way he is living, has become an example to see how Buddha and Patriji lived. So my deep gratitude to Sam. Thank you. Thank you for introducing and bringing their teachings into our lives. So before even I talk about Buddha, I would request Sam to share few words about Buddha. Can we unmute Sam? I guess his, okay. All right. All right, so let's get into the wisdom of Buddha. So once, what happened after Buddha got enlightened? He was just walking and a person saw him. He saw that he had already heard about Buddha, a lot about Buddha's enlightenment and the way he was teaching meditation to all the people. So this person saw Buddha and he got astonished, and immediately he goes to Buddha and says, just by looking at you, I feel so much peace within. I'm going through a lot of difficulties in my life. Can you please give me this light that you are having and help me? Can you please bless me with your divine energy that you are radiating? Please bless me this divine energy. Please give me this light. He pleads Buddha. But Buddha says very peacefully that I cannot give you the light. I know you're going through suffering. I know there is misery, there is difficulty in your life, and suffering is everywhere. Suffering is because of the attachment, and there is a way we can end this suffering. But I cannot give you this light. I can only show you the path. If you walk in that path, you will get that light. I can only help you by showing you that path, but not giving you anything. You have to walk in that path. That is what Buddha says. He says, don't even believe that I am enlightened, so that if by walking through this path, you will get enlightened. No, I want you to try, walk, and then experience how it feels. And if it works for you, only then go through it. And that's when he gives the path to get enlightened. So Buddha is the word, is the consciousness that we all experience, right? From ignorance, we move to light. From avidya, we move to vidya. This is the path that Buddha gave, where we can go towards light and become the light for our own life. So without ado, I will share my screen. Sunil, can you see my screen? Okay. Thank you. So Buddha gave this noble eightfold path. And he said, if you walk in this path, you will get enlightened. This is the path that will take one from ignorance to light, from avidya, from ignorance to vidya. That is buddhi, wisdom. So the 8 steps for enlightenment is, he divided the 8 steps in 3 parts. First is sila, samadhi, and panna. Sila is the right morality, how we conduct ourselves is most important. So the right livelihood, right action, right speech, that comes under the sila. And then samadhi is the meditation, the concentration, right mindfulness, and right effort. Panna is the wisdom, which is the highest knowledge, understanding, the right thought, the right intent. So we have all seen this dhamma wheel, we call it as dhamma wheel. So from sila, which is the right speech, right action, right livelihood, when we conduct ourselves rightly, we are able to concentrate, sit with our breath, be mindful with right of efforts, with right intention. We can meditate and get into the state of no mind. We can empty the mind and be in that state of no mind. That is when we receive a lot of energy and get the right understanding, the right thought, the right intention. So in this first 2 things, the sila is the right conduct. We have all been very mindful about what we speak, how we act, and how we are living. And we have started to meditate. But the most important part here is panna, which is the wisdom, purification of mind. Why do we meditate? We need to understand the purpose of meditation here. Why do we really meditate? A lot of us come with the belief that meditation is to calm ourselves. It is to give a pleasant feeling. It is to relax. It is going to make us very, very positive. And we have all these kinds of beliefs, but the real purpose, the real reason why we need to meditate was given by Buddha very scientifically in the most simplest form. And this wisdom, he says it is in 3 stages. The wisdom, we get the wisdom in 3 stages. So the 3 stages of wisdom is Shrutimaya Prajna, which is Shrutimaya Prajna, Chintanamaya Prajna, and Bhavanamaya Prajna. So first one is Shrutimaya Prajna. Today we have gathered together and we are listening to this discourse. We are listening to this session. We watch a lot of YouTube. We read books. So with that, we are gaining some information. It's not knowledge. It's the information that we are getting. And this information sets us to go in the right direction. It is not our own wisdom. It is somebody else's wisdom. And we cannot claim this as our own truth, our own wisdom. So Shrutimaya Prajna helps us to get into the right direction. We hear about meditation first, and then comes Chintanamaya Prajna. Okay, I've heard a lot about meditation. How can it help me? We start thinking, right? That is the intellectual understanding. We rationally examine what we have heard, whether it is logical, whether it is practical, and how it is going to benefit. So in that perspective, we think about how it is going to help me. That is called Chintanamaya Pragna. Most of us, what happens is we get lost in this Chintanamaya Pragna. We read a lot about it. We think about what is right, what is wrong, how it is beneficial, and then assume that this is the real wisdom. I have become knowledgeable just by understanding something. And this is a little dangerous because it inflates our ego. Just becoming philosophical, just becoming a scholar, just by reading something, we cannot become wise. But if that intellectual thing helps us to move to Bhavana Maya Pragna, which is where we start practicing it, putting it into action. Now we have heard about meditation, we thought how it is going to benefit us, and we have started to meditate. We are experiencing it. So this experience is the real wisdom. This experience is the true knowledge that you gain. So understanding at the experiential level is the real wisdom that we gain. We all know that the world is changing. Everything keeps changing. The entire universe constantly keeps changing. We all know this fact, right? But to understand that at the experiential level gives a different kind of wisdom. So when Buddha sat under the tree watching his breath, he started seeing all these things, how the mind works, how the body works, and his meditation experience, what kind of meditation experiences he was going through. And then he saw that in the mind, there were so many thoughts. Some thoughts had pleasant feeling, some thoughts had unpleasant feeling. And with those thoughts, with those feelings, there were some pleasantful sensation on the body, and there were some unpleasant sensations on the body. And he keenly observed that what happens when we have pleasantful feelings. When we have pleasantful feelings, we start reacting with the liking, which develops into craving. Now, if somebody compliments us, we feel so good, right? If someone recognizes us and say something good about us, we feel so good. That's so pleasant to hear. And then we feel like, I want this more. I want this more. We start craving for it. That is called raga. Buddha named it as raga, craving. We want something all the time. And for unpleasantful feelings, thoughts, and sensations, we have dislike. We don't want it. We have aversion, we have hatred towards it. And Buddha called it as dvesha. If someone talks ill about us, if someone scolds us, or someone puts us down in a crowd, we simply cannot take it. We feel so offended and we just don't want it. We have so much of unpleasantful feelings, and that keeps on troubling us again and again and again. That is how we create the aversion. That is how we create the dvesha. So Buddha keenly observed the pattern of mind, how this mind keeps reacting with liking and disliking, with craving and with aversion. And then he went into deeper states, and then he found that the physical world, the body, everything that is made up of physical matter is composed of subatomic particles, which are ephemeral, arising and passing away, which means it is born and it is dead trillions of times every moment. In just a split second, it is coming and going, coming and going. There is nothing solid. And this is exactly what today the quantum science is proving, that we are made up of 99.999% of space and very 0.0001% of matter. And that matter is also not permanent. It is changing every moment. But the rapidity and the continuity of the process, how it moves, is creating an illusion of permanence. We think that this body is permanent. We think that the house that we are living is permanent. We think that whatever we are possessing is permanent. We think that the relationship that we are in is a permanent thing. But it is not. This is the highest truth which Buddha realized, that nothing which is physical, which is matter, is permanent in this world. So whenever we have this pleasant and unpleasant experiences which are impermanent, we know that it is impermanent, but we have attachment towards it. I want this relationship to go all the time like this, nice and easy and loving and all these things, right? The attachment, he said, this attachment to this pleasantful feeling that you are getting out of the circumstances, out of the people, which is impermanent, is causing suffering. If we get attached to an unpleasant feeling, somebody scolded you, and you're repeatedly thinking the same words are just going in your mind, that is so much of attachment towards you. Somebody scolding me, how can I take it? That attachment is causing the suffering. But this is so impermanent, right? It is constantly changing. So then Buddha went into more realization and wanted to know what exactly causes this attachment. Why do we have this attachment? The attachment is because of the reactions, momentary reactions, immediately. If someone praises, immediately, even we are not even aware of it, we are not even thinking about it, we are not even pausing, immediately we feel, wow, this is nice, I feel good, right? We immediately like with a reaction. And why do these reactions occur? Is because of ignorance. None of us know what we are doing, how we are reacting. We have been living in an impulsive nature. People around us, circumstances around us, things around us are controlling our actions. It is triggering some kind of sensation and we are reacting immediately. We really are not aware how we are reacting. A lot of times we shout at people, we get angry, and the next moment or after an hour or after a day, we start regretting about how we reacted, right? We start thinking, oh, why did I react? That moment of reaction, we are unaware. We don't know. We don't know where this reaction is coming from. Not knowing how we react, how we speak, how we act, how we think is the ignorance. That is what every religion, every practices refers to as darkness, avidya, ignorance. So then he said, if this ignorance is eradicated, then the suffering can be eradicated. The ignorance of not knowing how we are reacting, if we can eradicate this suffering, if we can eradicate this ignorance, we can eradicate the suffering. So what should we do? Then Buddha said that instead of reacting with attachment, with liking and disliking, with craving and aversion, you are learning to observe equanimously, understanding that this will also change. You just observe with neutrality, without having a liking towards a pleasant thing or dislike towards unpleasant thing. You're being very neutral. In this meditation practice also, the first day we talked about observation. And in observation, we said that we will not make any judgments. We will not make any opinions of the thoughts that we are getting, but we will simply observe. That is how we will develop the neutrality. That is how we will develop the equanimity. So observe without making any judgments about the about the feelings, about the thoughts that you get. If you are feeling jealous about somebody, observe it. Don't say, I am feeling jealous. Just observe the jealousy, and you will see the magic of this observing equanimously is the moment you become aware of the jealous, the moment you start watching your jealousiness, it starts fading, it starts changing, because jealousiness is also not permanent. None of the thoughts, none of the emotions, none of the matter, physical matter is permanent. It keeps changing. So whatever feelings, whatever thoughts we get, we shouldn't be judging it. We have to just observe it with complete neutrality. So in this way, by practicing meditation, we are developing that equanimity, the neutrality. We are shifting from reaction to observation. We are taking a pause. We are becoming aware how we are reacting, how we are talking, how we are thinking. We start observing and we do not react. We take a pause, and then slowly, with deeper understanding, we start to respond rightly. So every moment we need to be aware. Every moment we need to practice this equanimity. Every moment. A lot of us, in this one day yesterday, on the day one, Rashmi was saying, we get 60 to 70,000 of thoughts, and we are totally involved in those thoughts. We are taken away by those thoughts. We are not aware. We are not conscious. We are totally acting out of subconscious, unconscious patterns of the mind, the old patterns, whatever is accumulated. The present reaction, the present moment reaction is coming from the past. So every moment, whenever we come back to the breath, we are becoming aware of this present moment. And while meditating, whatever kind of experience, whether it is blissful experience, relaxing experience, unpleasantful, crying, discomfort, whatever it is, we just be with it, watching it equanimously every moment, not just in meditation, even after opening our eyes. We carry this awareness, we carry this equanimity. Only by these two practices, awareness and equanimity, by carrying this, we can break the pattern of our reactive mind. Mind has always been reactive. So we have to tame this unruly mind. We have to tame this reactive mind by awareness, by equanimity, knowing that these two will change. Everything is impermanent. As this wisdom arises, naturally, the mind becomes balanced, detached, and pure. Whenever we refer to purity, we don't refer to always good, always pleasant. Purity is to have balance. Purity is not to have any attachment towards liking or disliking. So this was the highest truth given by Buddha. And, after listening to this now, one day a person comes to Buddha and he asks Buddha, you have lived a luxurious life. You were a prince. And now after enlightenment, you have become a bhikkhu, means a beggar. Even for one meal, you go to people and ask that one meal, and you're sleeping under the tree. So you have seen both the sides of the coin. You have seen the luxurious life. You have seen a life of a bhikkhu. Now, according to you, what the real welfare of human is? What it means to be really having welfare? After hearing this, friends, what do you think Buddha would have answered? What is the real welfare? If you can type it in the chat. Yeah, Sthita Prajna. Very, very important. Sthita Prajna. So Buddha says, we will have pleasant, happy moments, sad moments. We will have victory. We will have defeat. We will have profit. We will have losses. We will get good name. We will get bad name. In all these situations, in all these ups and downs of life, if you can build the ability to keep your mind balanced, that is the highest welfare. If you can keep a smile on your face in all these situations, a real smile from the bottom of heart, that is the highest welfare. So thank you so much, friends. We go with this law of impermanence, the anitya, and learn to be neutral, learn to be equanimous with Buddha's teachings. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Pruthvi. That was beautiful. You put all this in so simple terms. Thank you so very much. So friends, the Q&A is now open. We can please feel free to ask questions if you have based on today's session or in general about meditation. We are here to help you out to reply to those questions. Please feel free to raise your hand. Okay, Sampath is back. Hi, Sampath.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sunil?
Yes.
Sorry, I was driving when Pruthvi suddenly announced my name. I was not prepared. Wonderful. Sorry, Pruthvi, for that. And thank you for thanking me. Beautiful, beautiful subject on a beautiful day. Thank you so much for the team for conducting such a beautiful meditation and covering the beautiful subject. A lot of people know Buddha. We keep seeing his photograph everywhere. I can see it here as well. But a very few people know what is the greatness of Buddha. And Pruthvi explained very well. And even after knowing about Buddha, a lot of people think that Buddha has given the root cause of the problem as desire. They say if you have a desire, that will lead to, pain. And Buddha tried to find the root cause of the pain. But after deeply understanding Buddha's journey, I realized and I see that Buddha did not say desire is wrong. Your attachment to the desire is wrong. And he called it as Trishna. Trishna. So Trishna is the root cause. And this attachment happens from the mind, and that stops when you understand the truth of impermanence. To understand the truth, you should see the truth. If you keep taking truth from everyone else, that is Shrutamaya Prajna, taken from others. It is not a Bhavanamaya Prajna. It is not from your own experience. So Buddha has given us a path where you will not be allowed to believe anything from anyone. He has given you the path which is based on common sense, which will ignite your common sense, and which will give you the empowerment to see things as they are. We think that we see things as they are. No. Suppose I see a person first time, my mind is already coming and saying, this person looks like that person. Maybe he is also like this person. This color is where, the color he is wearing, maybe this kind of qualities. Mind is always filled and it is working. You are not taking a fresh look at things. We don't take a fresh look at things. Trust me, to take a fresh look, it takes a lot. We think that the spouse we have 20 years back, you married a person. The person is not the same today. You are changing. The person is changing. Everything is changing. The tree that I'm seeing in my backyard, I think it's the same tree. No, 1,000 leaves have fallen and new leaves have come. We don't have that attention where we are able to see every minute thing. Buddha gave us vipassana. Vipassana means seeing things as they are. He has given it because of the mind, we don't see in the present moment as it is. We operate from the past. So to break that, it is very, very important to be in the present moment. Learn to see things as they are. So beginners, when they come into meditation, they have a reason to come into meditation. Like they have some problem or they want something, they want some manifestations. Fine. You will get everything. There are two kinds of meditators. Meditators who want to live their physical life happily by getting whatever they want. This is one purpose. This is possible. But people who want to go beyond and get into the moksha, who really want to become like Buddha, where you don't have to come back into this world and go through the suffering, he has given a path and this is the path. You need to understand and see by yourself, learn by yourself the impermanence. Impermanence is the only knowledge that you need to get. And basing on impermanence, you should be equanimous. It's not just like that you tell yourself, I see everything neutrally, everything is same, good is same, bad is same. No, good and bad, both are impermanent. That's why you look at them equanimously. They are not same, but you look at them equanimously. For a Krishna who is called Sthita Prajna means the one who is Sthita in the Prajna, who is settled in this truth. You cannot bring him out of that truth. He sees Duryodhana in the same way, he sees Arjuna in the same way, but we think that he is partial towards Arjuna. No. If Krishna is partial towards Arjuna, he is not Krishna. He knows today's Duryodhana will be tomorrow's Arjuna. Today's Arjuna was yesterday's Duryodhana. He knows that everything is changing every moment. He just sees the impermanence of everything and he keeps floating. That's why Krishna is great. That's why he's called Sthita Prajna. But the science behind it is given so beautifully, made so simple. Just by being your breath, you can get to know everything about this physical world as well as a non-physical truth. So that's why Buddha is great. And what didn't he have? He had everything, no, Sunil? He had everything. He was a prince. He was whatever we ask for, he already had. He had family, he had people, He left everything for truth. That should be the amount of desperation. He is great because of that desperation to find out the cause of the pain, to free himself and others from that suffering, and to find the truth. When you become desperate like Buddha, you will become Buddha. And Patriji's definition about Buddha is the one who has common sense. Buddhi is common sense. The one who has Buddhi is Buddha. So these are the great masters, Buddha and Maitreya Buddha. Pruthvi talked about them. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for the opportunity, for this great meditation, for this great teamwork, and for all the people who have joined for this meditation on this beautiful day. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sampath. Wow. Great. So, friends, please feel free to ask any question. Yes, iPhone 7. Yes, I have unmuted you. Please ask a question.
Okay, the host has asked to start. Okay. Sorry, are you able to listen me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry, I'm not able to start my video. I'm connected from outside, so I cannot share my video.
No
My
problem.
question,
Mhm.
thank you so much for the sharing the knowledge. My question is, Buddha is enlightened, right? So by seeing someone, how we can know whether they are enlightened or not?
By seeing someone, how can we understand it is
Yeah,
enlightened or not?
yeah. See, Buddha enlightened means Buddha knows he enlightened by him. He is the enlightened master, or surrounding people is calling him as a enlightened master. That's what always Patriji also we are saying he is enlightened. So maybe he may know he is enlightened, or what qualities are like Like suppose, see, I met so many people, right? How can I see them whether they are enlightened? I can whatever I can learn something from them, or how can I know that whether they are enlightened or not?
Madam, if I may ask you, why do you want to know whether someone is enlightened or not?
Because we can see if association will be good means we will also will change, right? In the same way, if we are in between the enlightened people, maybe something I can get, right? See, I have many friends and something they are more knowledge, more qualities than me means I can choose my friends, right? At least.
Right. There are so many enlightened masters. There are so many gods, gurus. But you select one or two people out of them, right? And you follow them. Am I right?
God and are not reachable.
Anyone,
Around
gurus. Take it, gurus.
Gur-
You follow a few
Oh,
gurus, right?
yeah.
Who asked? I mean, who suggested you to select those gurus? Yourself, or someone came and told you select them?
Nobody. If suppose, see, suppose I am now, I get the share the now I listen the Pruthvi's class, right? So I thought she is very knowledgeable. Whatever she will tell, at least I have to try it, right?
So what my point was, madam, even the gurus that you select is decided by you. There is an inner guru who is guiding you, whether in
Yeah,
selecting gurus. So what I'm saying is, even if all the world is enlightened, you will not be able to make out that the world is enlightened unless you are enlightened.
Oh,
Suppose you are a Telugu person, Telugu speaking person. I have heard you speaking earlier, and I can only communicate with you, and I can connect with you if I know Telugu, right? Or you know my language. In the same way,
yes.
you will identify enlightenment once you start getting enlightened. Till then, you will only see the differences between yourself and the enlightened people. They'll keep inspiring you, but
Oh,
you will not be able to understand them. We were all around Patriji. Most 99.99% of the people, we never understood him. We are still in the process of understanding 1% of him. Oh, this is why he acted that day like that. Oh, okay, this is what he meant by this. So and you can only get the contrast that, okay, enlightened person is like this, but you can never understand that person unless you get enlightened. The more you become that consciousness, you will understand. So, and the effort to understand enlightened people is absolutely not required. You can keep getting inspired and try to scientifically look at what they have achieved and how they have achieved and do the same thing. That's when gurus will be happy. You know, a true teacher will not be happy if you keep praising him, if you keep following him, if you keep imitating him. He will like you doing your effort sincerely. That's what will make him proud of you, and his energies and his guidance will always be with you. So put the attention in the right thing, do more practice. And when you sit for meditation, be sincerely with the meditation. Don't again go behind thoughts and desires and all that. First, learn to become still, come to stillness, be in the present moment. Reach the states which he has asked us to reach. Try to see things as they are. Focus on these ideas rather than the people. There are three kinds of things that we generally focus upon. One is people, two, their actions, and third one is the ideas which put these people into these actions. Right?
Right.
Focus on the ideas. Those ideas will lead you to right actions, and those actions will make you a great person. So focus on the invisible side of the whole thing, ideas. So Buddha said, be with your breath. Mind is going here and there. You have to keep coming back. That is sadhana. And understand that just like how every breath is the last time it is happening, the next one is a new breath. There is impermanence. You can see everywhere starting from breath. And how to come out, raga and dvesha, pleasant and unpleasant. And in one of our sessions, we'll definitely tell you why breath is the best object to observe. We are too late.
And one more question also I have in my mind, like Buddha tried many meditation methods, right?
Right.
So, so, so how he came to know this method? I'm not enlightened, and this is work for me, like that.
There are many other ways to get enlightened, madam. In fact, Buddha, Patriji once said he was already enlightened, but this lifetime as Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, he has taken to rediscover the path in such a way which all the humanity can follow. There are so many masters who have got enlightened in different ways, different practices, but there was no path which can be given to everyone universally. So Buddha's purpose was to give one method which suits all the humanity, irrespective of what religion, what age, what gender, what background, what culture. No, he starts with everybody has a body, everybody has a mind, everybody's mind keeps wavering, everybody has breath, everybody can observe. It is universal in nature. It starts with the breath, and it depends on you how much you want to see the truth and seek the
Okay,
truth.
so he always seeks for the simplest method, right, for meditation.
That's
Okay.
right. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank
Over
you.
to
Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. We'll move on. We have another question posted in the chat, Mr. Naveen. When everyone says to observe your natural breath after closing eyes, and if I wait for natural breath to occur, feeling breathlessness, every time I have to make little effort to inhale and exhale, am I doing the correct procedure, or am I diverted from it?
No, absolutely. Sometimes mind is so engrossed into so many things that it cannot come to breath so easily. So a couple of breaths, you can take deep breaths, inhale, exhale, once or twice, not many times. Don't convert that into pranayama. But you can make yourself aware of the breath and continue to be with it. That is a helpful practice, but you don't have to depend on it a lot. You can use it. Thanks, Sunil.
Thank you, Sampath. And there's a follow-up question. And do we have to align eyelids at entry of nostrils, or just to feel the breath with focusing on the darkness? Well, I don't think we have to align, align with the eyelids or something like that. Wherever you can feel the breath, you can just focus that. The best way is to feel the breath at the belly breath.
Yeah, anything is okay. Once the breath becomes subtle, the belly movements will also come down sometimes. So what happens is, Sunil, it's okay as long as the physical sensation is being observed, whether it be at the nostrils or belly. Anything is fine as long as they see breath, they watch the breath, they sense the breath.
Thank you. Great. By the time we have any other questions coming up, I would like to now invite Rajan sir to give his view. Rajan sir, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So it was wonderful today.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And Pruthvi really did a wonderful job by making us understand the importance of knowing the entire truth that Buddha desired to teach. So the role of impermanence, that is a very important matter. Even Sampath dwelt upon it. So I am reminded of a small stanza or a quotation, a sloka, in which in Bhajagovindam, which says, Adi Shankara has told about this long back. But before that, today we pay our tributes to great Gautam Buddha, because there are 4 things which have happened today. Today is the day he was born, the day he vacated his body, the day he attained enlightenment, and of course, it is tomorrow, the day of enlightenment, and then it's a full moon. That all these four combinations are there in this great personality, that is Buddha. So, such a great person he was. Now, just now, we were talking about permanence and impermanence. So, if you are able to realize what is permanent and what is impermanent, then you can decide what desires you should have. So, in Bhajagovindam, it says, Nitya Anitya Viveka Vichara. Nitya Anitya. So, that is permanent and impermanent. If you are able to decide or decipher, if you are able to decipher which is permanent and which is impermanent, the desire for things, for possessions, etc., then that is the highest of thinking. Viveka Vichara. The Vichara is the thinking. So Viveka, it is of the highest order. So if we are able to decide this, then we can shape our lives in the best manner possible. So for that, it's very important that we should not look to what I should have in future. Suppose I think I need to have a 5-bedroom bungalow, or I need to have a very Lamborghini or some good car, the best of cars. So all that is we are thinking about the future. But if we confine ourselves to living in the present, there is nothing like that. You will be at your best and you will be able to make the right choice for yourself. Because past is history, future is mystery. So we have to live in the present, because the present is nothing but a gift. That is why it is known as present. So this is a great, great finding of our Buddha, and he has taught us so many things to make us understand that we have to live our lives in the best way possible, and for which we need an empty mind. So he has gone all out to search and find out what is the best way to empty your mind by resorting to all sort of experiments. That is why we say he is a spiritual scientist. So meditation is the only way for developing a spiritual scientific method, and possessing an impeccable spiritual scientific method means being a spiritual scientist. And being a spiritual scientist means achieving the highest of spiritual intelligence. So spiritual intelligence means what? It includes not only your IQ, your intelligentsia quotient, but also emotional intelligence. So when we have all these intelligences put together, then you are at the height of spiritual intelligence. And when you are a spiritually intelligent person, then you are a Buddha. So, and as Sampatji said, every day we change, everything changes, even the tree changes because it sheds a lot of leaves. Similarly, our body also changes, our mind also keeps on changing. There is an example where some people go to Buddha and shout at him. In fact, they spit at him. But all his followers, they try to go and attack him because they are resisting. And their grievance was every bhikkhu whom he has created has only been begging, and according to them, they do no work. And so Buddha was only making people lazy. That was their complaint in the village. So they spit at him. So, but Buddha remains calm. He doesn't respond. He remains silent. But what happens is, after these people get back, it is not known what happens to them. But next day, they regret whatever they have done the previous day. So they go to express their disappointment and their sorrow at having acted in a very funny way, a peculiar way, and that too antagonizing this great master. So they want to express their regret and repent. They repent for their actions. So when they come back to him, he says, the person you saw yesterday is different from the person today. So there is no need to express, because I am not the same person who has been subjected to any sort of harassment or punishment. So this Buddha has completely changed. This person has completely changed. And this is what happens to each of us. So when we change like that and we are aware and we are mindful, we'll be able to also decide what is good, what is bad, what is permanent, what is impermanent. And then we will be at the height of Buddhahood. And this is what our Patriji also wanted to teach, and he has been doing human work in all these fields, teaching us everything. And particularly one item which I wanted to dwell upon today is that we have to understand, along with meditation, what meditation is not. What meditation is not, there are at least 9 items that we should understand, because we are dealing with the most important subject and the highest of subject, that is meditation. So meditation is not chanting, meditation is not concentration, meditation is not contemplation, meditation is not idol worship, meditation is not asanas or body postures. In this connection, I want to add something, because our friend who just now spoke and asked a question, she wanted to know how far this meditation practice is very good. For that, we have to say this meditation is the best, and Buddha wanted a procedure or a system in which meditation is applicable and can be learned by everyone, irrespective of their age or their caste or their religion or their bodily functions. Here I wanted to say asanas and body postures, they are not part of meditation, and that is why Buddha says this meditation is for all. Because a person who has no legs, what will he do? What asana can he do? So it is only the breath, and he has made the choice that there is no person who doesn't have a breath. So that is why he has chosen the best technique possible, applicable, which can be practiced by every person, irrespective of age. And similarly, pranayama is not meditation. This Patriji has particularly mentioned in all the literature that he has given on meditation. Creative visualization also is not meditation. And hearing music and sitting, that is also not meditation. Devotional songs, singing of songs, reciting slokas and bhajans, these are not meditation. So once we understand what meditation is not, we'll also understand what meditation is fully meditation and what is fully Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. So with these words, I thank every one of you for this excellent day that we are practicing meditation and also learning so much. Thanks especially to Pruthvi for her excellent presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajan sir. That was so insightful, very beautifully put across. Great. I don't see any more questions here. So, Pruthvi, shall we call it a day? Yeah, thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, participants, everyone, for all your questions and the discussions. Thank you, Sampath. Thank you, Pruthvi. I now hand it over back to Jenny.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. That was a wonderful session. Thank you, Pruthvi, for wonderful wisdom. So I would like to say, end it with practice, practice, and practice, and experiment in our own way. That's it. So we'll get to know. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you.